It's week 9 of the NFL. And coming up next is the Commanders' rangy cornerback. He's one of the last guys you want to target in coverage. It's the Commanders and the Niners on Sunday night.
Well, they don't call them the faithful for nothing, Brock. Fans numbering 70,000 strong have made the trek to Santa Clara, and they're ready to cheer on their 49ers here at Levi Stadium. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. Up here in the booth, I'm Kate Scotts alongside Brock Heward. And Brock, now that we're into the November portion of our season, we've got a pretty good picture of who both of these teams, at least who we expect these teams to be from here on out.
Yeah, no question about it, Kate. They're through the opening rounds if this is a boxing match, right? In this season-long fight. Early issues been worked through, or at least you hope so. And this is where they have to be in that groove as we push through the heart of the season. Any team with hopes beyond Week 18, they got to be figured out. They figure out who they are and what they are right now. Their biggest strengths and their most glaring weaknesses. In this game, well, it's about emphasizing those strengths, hiding those weaknesses.
We've reached the halfway mark of the regular season. A lot of work left to do as we're away in Week 9. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. Leading them out, a player known, yes, for that draft status, but also as a great methodical passer. I know you love this guy, Brock. The last pick of the 2022. Brock Purdy.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typical.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Purdy throwing here to start. Reeled in by George Kittle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning-quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
1st down throw by Purdy. On target to his back, here's Christian McCaffrey. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Purdy on 1st down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun is Purdy. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
They kick the running back in motion. To throw again, it's Purdy. Brought in by Ayuk. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
These aren't the plays that will lead highlight reels, but they're the ones that win you ball games. What a nice gain by the back. And now his offense can go in any number of directions on 1st and 10.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone, incomplete. So the incompletion on 1st, here's 2nd and goal. Purdy setting up that play action. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken 2nd in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
Two numbers that a lot of people were performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And of course, well, he cares less about those two numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. Second and 6 coming up here. Another carry for him. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Diamador Lenore there on the stop. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Daniels. He's got Watson. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They send a tight end in motion. Here's a give up the middle. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. From the 41. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. That's Diamador Lenore. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
San Francisco headed out for its 2nd possession of the game. And as they take the field, Brock, they got to be thankful that interception didn't cost them. Still scoreless here.
I like how you say they. I think the quarterback in particular
Yep.
right, loves a chance to have in golf a breakfast ball or a mulligan, another opportunity to flush that first drive away.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Completed here to McCaffrey.
Kid, I'm going to call that, even though it looks like nothing on the stat sheet, a win-win for both sides. The defense, well, they rally. They get right to that throw in the flat for a no gain. The offense, Well, they just remind that defense, you not only got to cover us vertically, but we're going to stretch you horizontally as well.
On third down, Purdy. Pressure's there, and the Commanders got him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting, right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
It's a punt coming from the Niners on fourth down, and Mitch Wisnowski out to boot it away. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And there was nobody down there to get it. Punt hit at the 7, but continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Commanders and their running back about to get back to work. And he is the NFL leader in rushing yards as we work through November. He's hoping an excellent season can continue as such here. He's got room to roam here. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. Big shot to begin the drive, has him up beyond the 40. Going to the ground again on first. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Hunter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. By this point, partner, they are through that opening script, through trying to establish their offense, and yet still no points. Thinking it might be time to start switching things up a little bit, tear up the old game. Forces one through double coverage. Oh, it's intercepted! And the Commanders get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's first and goal. They'll start this series with an option left. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. Line of scrimmage once again, that 7-yard line as they get set, second and goal. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Now Daniels to throw. This ball's caught by Palmer. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
The throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Up and good from Fairbairn. And that will get them on the board.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. And this drive, Brock, hopefully longer than that last one. They were only out there one play before they were picked off.
They're kind of a good chance right now to see how risk-averse these guys are offensively. A lot of game left. They could give the passing game a little breather and start this one on the ground.
And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
That throw finds Kittle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Commanders will go on offense. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. Their winning streak just keeps growing and growing, Brock. 7 wins in a row now, and with this lead, could be an 8th straight. Blown back, gets the handoff. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Brought down by Fred Warner. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. Back to Levi's Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They have 3rd and 4 to start out. On the gun, it's Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. They get 6 and a first down as well. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they bring him down. He managed to get a couple across the 35 to the 36. Second down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Watson with the catch. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Renardo Green with that tackle. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Daniels back to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 46. Gets this one to Watson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's caught, Tucker Kraft. And he's taken down at the 30. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Commanders will have a first. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Escapes out to the left. Now following the play, one of the 49ers banged up. He's in some pain. We're going to pause here as he gets checked on. halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing now, Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll push them down to the 6-yard line. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on 3rd down. Handoff now out of the gun. And he's going to take it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders make it a 9-point advantage. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there, not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest of hesitations for the defense, and that slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
That one right down the middle. And the Commanders make it a 10-point ball game. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. They now trail by double digits after that last score, Brock. It's 10-0 partway through here. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the gun, McKep. Oh, the football's loose. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. They pick up a yard. Still need one more, though. 3rd down coming up. Going right back to the fullback. Next play. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
At the end of the year, you look at the stats and you realize these fullbacks don't get a lot of touches. But the best of them, when they do get their chances, well, they execute.
And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. We'll get a timeout now for an injury. This looks like George Kittle, who's in some discomfort as the medical team comes out to work on him. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Short pass brought in. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a 49er 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. From the gun is Purdy. He's got Ayuk on that slant. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
They'll motion him out of the backfield left. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Commanders are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
The Commanders, and this running back headed back out for a new series. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting second right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Running it now out of the gun. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding, offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Daniels. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. Looks like play has been paused. We've got a timeout taken by the defense. Throwing on second and real long here. Hits him on the out route.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. And incompletion is still pretty good, too.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Pulled in at the 20. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. Nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And the 49ers will go on offense. This offense making its way back out now. Their last series sure was looking like points up until that interception, Brock. Hopefully they can move the ball similarly well as they take over here. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. That one intended for Brandon Ayuk. And now they face 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Purdy throwing here. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. The Commanders returning their offense and this running back to the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Daniels on 1st down. Dumps it off to his running back. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
On 1st down, they'll run. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And he's going to go down right along midfield stripe. It's a gain of 4. And the Commanders will have a 1st. Play fake here. Daniels. Throw complete to Sinnott. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. So it's the 2-minute warning here from the home of the faithful. It's the Commanders, who have 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Daniels. Completed to his running back. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. Following that completion, medical staff headed out for an injured player. We'll see what the nature of his injury is. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. It's taken in by Sinnott. And they get this down to the 28. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Again, Daniels to the air. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he gets this forward to the 19. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's Daniels. He's got it over the middle. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Flushed out of the pocket. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders grow their lead just before halftime. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. The 49ers ready to go on offense for the final time in the first half. And with all their timeouts remaining, Brock, they may be able to put a little something together here before halftime. Completed here to McCaffrey. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. From the 43. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. That's caught for the 1st. It's a 21-yard gain. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Motioning him from the slot right. Purdy on 1st down. Throwing the out route complete. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. To throw again, it's Purdy. That finds Ayuk, complete. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Bates' kick is up and good. And the gap closes to 14 points.
Well, nothing to critique there. Good snap, good hold, and he puts it through to pay off the drive with 3 points.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. Well, that brings us to the midway point of this one. The Commanders enjoying a nice little lead here on the road. As we'll kick you over now to Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman. Coach, take it away.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, where it was the visiting Saints who were able to walk away with the road victory. George Pickens, a touchdown catch in the victory. Next, we'll take the trip north to the Steel City to check on the Steelers at home in Pittsburgh. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. John Mechie, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. And one more to highlight, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Detroit Lions and the Tampa Bay Bucks. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The visitors and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. They've got first down from the 31. Right up the gut. Who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Nick Bosa makes the stop. Following the play, we have an injured commander. The training staff out there to check on him as we pause. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Running back sent in motion left. Into traffic, complete. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. So now here's 3rd and 5. Now Daniels to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it up to the 44. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll run here on first down. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. They bring their tight end left. From the 48. Finds his man. It's Kraft. 2 yards on the pickup. And the Commanders will have a first. New set of downs for him from the 46. Handoff now from the gun. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Finds him on the crossing route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Tight end going in motion here. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. This ball's caught by Palmer. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. 2nd and 3 now. To throw, Daniels. Has it in close. Touchdown, Washington. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
Gay to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders stretch their lead to 21. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The 49ers headed back out on offense as we get another look at Brock Purdy. And I don't think we can really call these highlights, partner. Shall we just call them replays as we re-examine his performance so far in this one? 3 interceptions mixed in among his work. It's really limited a lot of what he's been able to do out there. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll run here from the gun. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun is Purdy. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Purdy throwing here on 1st. He gets this one to McLaurin. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a 49er 1st down. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Purdy gets this from the pistol. It's inside the 10. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Cut near the goal line. He has the San Francisco touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Point after, up and good from Bates. And the 49ers get it back to a 14-point game. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The visitors back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Here's the handoff. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Watson with the catch. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Brought down by Fred Warner. 49ers stacking up the secondary. Look at that. They're in the dime. 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. The Commanders ready for the punt. Starts his return from the 23. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So here come the 49ers on offense. And he's been the victim of 3 interceptions already in this game, Brock. Passing lanes kind of reminding me of LA traffic. Pretty hazardous throughout this game.
Yeah, just a mess and nowhere to go. And it's an awful place both on the highway. And trust me, when you're in the pocket looking at this defense, too, it's miserable. Everything's been contested. Everything's been hard. No gimmies. It's a real testament to the work this secondary has done to prepare for this matchup.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it's 2nd down coming up. Here's Purdy to throw. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Running back sent in motion. On 3rd down, Purdy. Completed here to McCaffrey. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And it's going to be their football coming up. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Motioning one of the tight ends. Daniels on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home.
Big gain downfield. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders make it a 3-possession game. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Gay to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders stretch their lead to 21. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Has this at the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. The 49ers are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Purdy on 1st down. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Back to the air on 2nd. Purdy. He's got Ayuk on that slant. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Purdy to throw it. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Touchdown, San Francisco! The 49ers shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the 49ers get it back to a 14-point game. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns. Good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can. Putting together quite the game for himself in the process. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Option give here. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
The give now out of the shotgun. And he's stopped cold by that defensive front. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. Putting a receiver in motion. 3rd and short, Daniels. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. A gain of 27 yards there. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st and 10 from the 41. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they're going to bring him down at the 39-yard line. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the gun, it's Daniels. This one taken in by Kraft. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. From the red zone now. Got a man, Palmer has it. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. Again, Daniels to the air. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders have likely locked up the win right there. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Gay to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders stretch their lead to 21. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Starting from the 5. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The 49ers ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. They kick the running back in motion. Complete. It's McLaurin. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the gun is Purdy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
One of the tight ends motioning left. He gets this one to McLaurin. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Purdy. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Just 1 yard on the run. That brings up 4th down. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Plowing up the middle. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Sending a receiver left. Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Here's Daniels. He's on the move. He's running for it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. And hold on, everyone. There's a Commanders player shaken up after that play, and he's in need of some attention. 1st down, ball at the 36. Putting the tight end in motion. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they bring him down after he ran through him up to the 43. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. They give it to him again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They motion the tight end over. Back-to-back carries here. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Back to the well again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Going to the ground again on first. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Able to hit Palmer. Complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels completes this one to Kraft. And he gets this forward to the 19. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Motioning the tight end now. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. That one gains 7. And the Commanders will have a first. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And he drives this forward to the 6. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Commanders about to stay unbeaten once again. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. One of the tight ends in motion left. Here's a give up the middle. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. They put a receiver in motion here left. Here's a handoff up the gut. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Commanders keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders grow their lead yet again. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. This return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Purdy gets this from the pistol. That's McCaffrey working the sideline. And he crosses his sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 31. Brought in by Ayuk. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
That finds Ayuk complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
That throw was looking for Brandon Ayuk. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. To throw again, it's Purdy. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So it's a win on the road for the Commanders. So to the victor go the spoils, Brock, as they celebrate the win. That's a positive feeling that you know is going to carry through the week ahead.
And it makes everybody in the building feel better. It does, from the secretary to the coach to the owner. And it makes all the practices, the film rooms, the workouts a lot easier over the next couple days. Nobody wants to slog through those coming off a loss. But coming off a win, they'll have a boost and really attack the week as they get prepared for their next opponent.
So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Commanders, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.